Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wacky Weirdo Hour. We got a real special one for you on Reddit today. As you know, these past 2 days, I've been looking at Reddit more than the FBI looks at text messages. You may recognize that one. I don't know yet, but I've said it once now, and I will never say it again. But it's going to be different again. Today, I'm not alone.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm not lost or Angel, and what's it called Richard invited me to this thing, and what do you call it? I'm actually very excited for this. It's my first time. I think it's my first time being on a Richard video.
There's right. That is very right, Angel. There's not one wacky weirdo. Now there is two. Two smooth brains have now joined the table. So let us begin our amazing Reddit journey.
For context, the blue is the girl and the gray is the guy that we're reading. So I'm gonna read first, and Richard will read second. Sorry if I stutter a lot. I'm a stutter box type of dude. So here we go. Sorry I was sleeping then. It's okay. I would love to see you tonight. Smiling emoji. Wouldn't wouldn't a relaxing evening be nice? To be honest, I'm feeling a lot of pressure here, and I'm really not liking it. I explained to you how I was feeling, and although I'm sure you're interested or to be sweet and kind, I feel like you weren't hearing what I was saying or respecting how I'm feeling about it. I think you're a nice guy. I just think you're looking to move faster than I'm already to at this point of time. Blank. How is that possible? I've been nothing to but super patient with you. I've been kind and understanding as well.
So right now, as you can see, our protagonist is currently trying to put the kibosh on this and just be done with it. You know, sometimes relationships like that don't work out. But this man right here, he's a lot of things. But a loser, he is not. He wants this relationship to work, and now he demands answers, which he doesn't deserve to get at all. But as always, good fairy tales come from all around in the most unsuspecting of places. So let's see where this goes. Of course, I respect you. I'm not moving fast at all. You're making assumptions that aren't right, and that's not fair. To which he replies, and I've given you credit for being kind and all that. I'm sorry that you feel that way. And then he goes really, really confused right now. His little troglodyte mind isn't working here. Why are you sorry? You're making assumptions that aren't true. It has nothing to do with me feeling that way. It's just the truth. Everything seemed fine between us. We have been getting along great. Rush you. I don't rush you at all. So I'm sorry you feel that pressure. And then I don't know how long. I don't know what date it was that he texts back, but he says, "Thanks for not replying to my last text. Geez, I've done nothing." So she says, "Look, I didn't answer you because I'm not quite sure what else you'd like me to say."
This dude's buddy's mad. That's all I gotta say because of this little relationship thing that he's into. That he's not going back and forth with the girl that's in the blue text, but there's always something going on. I mean, the girl's thinking that he's going too fast with it when in reality all he's doing is just texting, and the dude's complaining about it, like saying "I'm sorry, why" and the other things. But you know, so this is this dude's life. I don't really care.
To further elaborate on what he's talking about right now, Goober's clearly upset right now because the lady wants to end this. The one thing that you should always accept is rejection, and he's completely forgotten how to do that. And right now, the mask is starting to crack. He's a great guy, that she's saying. He hasn't even said that yet, but apparently he's such a nice guy. And it seems like the ship's starting to sink a little bit here, but we're only at the beginning. It's not over yet. Now, right now, you'll notice that I'm no longer wearing my beautiful White Sox tee, and it's no longer darker than my ass cheeks. This is because we have actually had to cut the recording and live our regular lives as human beings. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do football and baseball, and Angel does football and swim. And we're currently in our football season, so that's why I'm actually wearing my green football shirt that I'm not going to show you because it'll reveal some personal information. I'll just dox myself for free. So, anyways, we're gonna continue from where we left off here, though.
That this motherfucker took very long getting back into the recording, so I had no other choice but was forced to go to sleep from my dad because he was bitching at me. So thanks to Richard for having us do this cutout moment because of his fucking phone call. Anyway, back into the video. This is so weird. Like, what's gotten into you? I haven't done anything wrong to you, and you're acting like you hate me now. You've been such a sweetheart for the past few months. I don't hate you. You didn't do anything wrong. You have to stop looking for a reason to blame yourself. It's not you. Okay, I don't understand why you're acting like this. And now, when you were being kind and sweet and always had something nice to say, I'm just confused. Like, fill me in, saying I'm pressuring you and not respecting you when it's the total opposite. It doesn't make sense. You spelled sense wrong, you loser.
Okay, so for all those people out there who are currently in a relationship or going through a rejection, this is the complete wrong way to handle it. Right now, you look like an aggressive weirdo if you ever do this in an actual real life situation. Now, granted, this isn't like the worst thing that I've ever seen because there's been some really crazy things that have happened. A lot of a lot of chemical X's with Reddit and crime. That's a story for another time, though. Okay, the point I'm trying to make here is right now, if there was any hope at all for her coming back to him, it is now gone down and withered to hell because he's currently making the situation worse instead of accepting. I am kind and sweet. I just found that I wasn't being listened to when I expressed. Oh shit, there's a pop up. Ignore that. When I expressed the other day that I was struggling and needed to see how I was feeling. He seemed cool with it, but then proceeded to ask me an additional 2 times to hang out when I had already explained why I didn't want to do that right now. It's like it didn't matter how it made me feel. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This caught me at a bad time. Okay, well, I'm sorry you felt that way, but I do care about your feelings. I do anything I could to help and cheer you up. I was just getting anxious to see you because we've been talking for a while and you seemed excited too. She goes, meeting new people is a big thing to me. It scares the shit out of me. And then he goes, aw, well, I promise you wouldn't feel comfortable with me. You can trust me.
For the first part of what she's saying is that she's not really noticing his feelings about the whole thing. That she what's called she's kind of really somewhat denying that she doesn't even notice it. And the man over here, all he wants to do is what's called kind of he feels anxious about her, and he cares about her a lot, which is something I've done in the past. But it's a biggest mistake that you'll ever make in your life. So this is probably one of the biggest red flags that you'd ever make in human history. So don't ever do it. This dude's being dumb and saying that to her. So what's called? That's just something I would like to say. Never do that. A tip from me: never do that in a relationship.
So another thing that's really wild to me, and that's very important and very great for the online dating life that eventually becomes a future actual committed relationship, is how she points out that she's afraid of meeting new people. And that is 100% understandable why she would be afraid. That shit keeps you alive. Because, one day you can be hanging out in the park, and the next thing you know, a guy with a machete comes up behind you, okay? Anything could happen in these situations. For example, I can just be, going over to at some guy's apartment and getting ready to cook up a nice steak, a very beautiful little, oh, there goes my camera. A very beautiful friendship steak, then just getting to know each other. And then when you get there, you realize you're the fucking steak. You see, so that stuff keeps you alive. So 100% totally reasonable understanding point from her. And then he completely pretends to clear it up by saying, "Aw, I'm really sorry about that." And then he acts like all of a sudden now they can trust. So he's basically just trying to yet again bring this thing right back together like none of the stuff that's happened is happening.
I know it's scary. It's not just a snap of your fingers, man. Man up and go kind of thing. That's what you don't get. I know. I've been waiting a while. I'm not rushing you. Just pick a public area to meet for a coffee or the mall or something. I know you've been waiting a while. I'm just not feeling it. That's why I told you yesterday. Why didn't you tell me this a month or two ago? Thanks, jeez. You say you've been waiting a while in one message, and then I'm not rushing you in another. They contradict each other.
Because that wasn't the case then. I'm not intending to waste anyone's time. I apologize for wasting yours. And also, Yes, we've been chatting on and off, but I still know absolutely nothing about you. All we've done is said, "Hey, how was your day?" That text her. That's it. Do you hang out with other dudes? Pause. Now that we're finally out of chapter 31 in this crazy, crazy story, we have officially entered the wacky zone. Get ready because it's going to be a bit of a ride here. And this is where shit really hits the fan. No, I haven't met anyone from online. He goes, lol, I guess you like being alone. Or you're just waiting for the perfect guy. So we can't even be friends anymore and make plans? No, I'm coming out of a very controlling and emotionally abusive relationship. That's so shitty. I considered us friends, and I thought you did too. It has nothing to do with with wanting to be alone. So now we've hit a bit of a curve ball right now. So apparently, getting some extra lore from the lady now, she just so happened to be getting out of a relationship. Now, I had no idea, you had no idea, nobody had any idea right now until we've gotten to this exact point. Now, for 2 months, you would think that you've known a lot. I'm talking probably what fucking hair follicle is on their left ass cheek and stuff like that for 2 months and not hanging out. But apparently, they didn't even do that. All right. Now, I don't know. I wasn't in their conversations. I wasn't a fly on the wall. I wasn't there to experience it.
Just get. We can chat and get to know each other in person. Texting is too hard. That's what she said. So we can't even be buddies anymore. In your terms, define buddies. Friends, lol. We were actually where we actually hang out. Okay, again, clearly you're not hearing a word I say. Probably best if you just move on, Karen. You get you get mad easily, huh? No need to be rude. I'm not being rude. Jesus. I'm obviously listening to everything you say. So stop telling me I'm not. The dude is trying to make a plan. He's trying to plan a hangout because he thinks texting's way too difficult when all you're doing is just typing words. And what's called the girl comes back at him with define buddies, as in friends, and that's not what's going on here. So let's call it. I think this man just folded already. I don't know. What do you think, Richard?
For those of you paying close attention, Angel is absolutely right. His intentions are clearly not platonic in any way to be friends. This is him shooting his shot for like the fifth time, and he's already missed all of them. So yet again, here comes another airball right at you because he clearly doesn't read sentences. I'm starting to believe he's actually illiterate, considering how every time she's rejected him, he's come back with the exact same line to get the exact same thing. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm missing something because I keep reading the exact same lines in a different way. You should be able to admit when you're wrong. No, you're doing the exact opposite. I'm telling you how it all makes me feel, and your answer is we should just hang out. She really sniffed that one out. I'm done here. Best of luck with your search. Haha, you have issues. Oh my, how can anyone put up with you? You don't take rejection well, do you? No, he does not. No girls talk to me like this. Personally, attack right on. I really missed out with you. And he goes, "Well, that's funny. No, you just pretended to be my friend. The last few months, shitty characteristic to have. Tell me when we can hang out. I'm back home."
I don't pretend to be friends with people. I generally enjoy chatting, which is what I expressed to you in the beginning. You told me we were hanging out when you got home. What's a guy got to do to hang out with you? Text for 6 months first? Like, geez. I am in no hurry going with what feels right instead of rushing like I did last time. And this is exactly why I'm doing that. Oh, I'm sad. I wish I could go back to when you were happy talking to me and when we were getting along. You'll find someone new. I promise.
As you can tell, Mr. Perfect has now been upset. The inevitable has been done. He really sniffed that one out, got down, just started kicking some sand, and he's really sad here, and he can really tell. This fucking camera, but tell that he isn't doing the best now. Because not only that, but he still can't hang out. The only thing that really matters, not the fact of what everything that she said, just the fact that he can't hang out. So now, wiping away the tears from his phone and off of his face, can we please start fresh? After everything you just said to me, absolutely not. I'll give you space. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. And now we cut very far, and I mean far. We're going months later. I'm probably going to end the video right here, to be honest, because of how long this is. This is very long. We still have a bunch more to go. So he goes, "Hey." She goes, "Absolutely not." He goes, "You still hate me? Well, I just want to say Merry Xmas and Happy Holidays." She goes, "Same to you." He goes, "Thanks, redacted." "You're welcome, redacted." "Did you manage to get through Dexter lol?" "No." All right. If you haven't noticed already, this is a very long Reddit video. It's great that we got to collab with Angel, but we're going to have to cut it short here, all right? Because there's still like 5 or 6 slides to this. This is not over. We're like not even near the climax yet, okay? And it's still going. But I believe that your brain has officially melted into nothing but mush and is sloshing against your skull. So for tonight, I think we can leave it there, all right? But to really wrap this up, we just have to admire how hard he wants to hang out. And for that, I hope he never gets to hang out. In fact, I really hope that all of his hangouts get canceled. And for the lady, this was like 6 years ago, but it really wasn't that bad. So I'm glad that she got over it. And I'm very sorry about her last relationship. But, anyways, now down to
I
you,
want to
Angel.
say, I really enjoyed being on here. This was very fun. This is actually my first time ever reading one of these. I remember you sent me a few of these, and I was like, I lost like 5 brain cells from reading just one page of this. But I really enjoyed it. I liked being on here. It was fun. I know I haven't really posted on my channel, and what do you call it? I'm not gonna plug it,
I'm definitely going to plug
but
it.
what do you call it? I will be posting soon, and this was very fun. I like what you're doing, Richard, and hopefully I'll be on more on his channel, and you'll see him more on my channel too.